Okay, now we're recording too.
I think it's me,
Uh,
right?
no, it really is Julia. I mean, I guess you don't have
Oh,
to, but like, yeah,
Is it really me?
because I went first
I
and then
want
you
you to
went
check.
second, but like you like you reacted to going second almost like you
Oh,
normally do
go
reacting going to
second.
first. Yeah,
I need to go second. Or did I?
yeah, or did I?
Okay, I guess I went second. Um, um, sorry, I have candy in my mouth.
It's okay.
Okay. I want to start off by saying that reading this book made me feel a lot of things. And I didn't like it. I didn't like this book. I didn't like it because, the same reason I don't like watching war movies, it's just not my thing. So I don't feel like I can like accurately or like unobjectively talk about the book because, whatever. I thought I had no thoughts going into the book, but at some point in like me reading it, I was like, okay, well maybe I'm gonna feel different about servicemen or people in the military or the war or whatever. I still feel the exact same. I don't feel like more empathy. I don't feel um I think people who go to war are fucked up. And I don't know. This book just like reiterated that for me. And I didn't like it. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I just didn't like the book. Like it was good. Like the memoir was interesting. Also, I didn't like the way it was read to me. I don't know if it was the narrator, but it felt kind of flat. Like I know there was a lot going on, but for whatever reason it came out like pretty monotone
Oh
the
wait,
entire time.
pause. Maybe
Like,
pause for a second. Pause
like
for a second. If you hear me, are you still there?
yeah, I paused.
Oh, okay. You got like super garbled, like you sounded like a robot. So maybe restate the last sentence
Oh,
or
okay.
so.
Um, what's the last thing you heard?
Something like you weren't sure if it was the narrator, or at least I think that's what you were about to say. You were right around
Okay,
there.
yeah. I'm unsure if it was a narrator or whatever, but like I felt like it was like really monotone. It felt really flat to me. I know there was like a lot of like war going on and action, but the way it was read to me just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't like come across for me personally. I appreciate the fact that Sledge could retain some sense of himself going through all of that, and I appreciate the fact that they stuck together and like all of the good things. Like that's great, but that still doesn't like offset all the fucking shitty people that used war and going to the army or going to the Marines to live out their fucking sick fantasies, which we very much encountered throughout the entire book. And I don't know. I just don't think I'm a good person to go first because, like I said, I didn't like the book because I don't like the subject matter. To be completely honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of like war movies either. Is that fucking ice? And why the fuck? Sorry, we're gonna get kicked off of YouTube. So I don't know. Like, was it a good book? Yeah, sure. If you like war and you like memoirs, I'm sure it'd been a great book. But did I like it? No. And this is one of those books where because I don't like it, I'm not gonna rate it because I just don't feel like I'm. If somebody's looking for a war book, I don't want them to take my opinion because I don't like it. If that makes sense. Like, I just had to get through this book. You know what? I sound like a total fucking bitch. This book was boring to me. I don't know. I know there's like so much going on. And I feel like such a fucking cunt saying that, but like I just found the book incredibly boring. I don't fucking know. I will say there were a couple things that stood out to me. Again, probably in line with the fact of what I feel. Them trying to take the gold teeth out of that man's mouth while he was still alive, not somebody having to tell him to put him out of his misery. A man's dick getting cut off and put in his mouth, the weird men that were shooting at people while they were deceased. Another one that stood out to me was Muck, who liked to pee in people's mouths. Whatever, like it was just like a bunch of people. I don't know. I don't have much to say. That's all I have to say.
Fair enough.
And I hate that his dog died.
Isn't
Like
my
that was so
Oh.
fucking sad. Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that little detail. Okay.
I am completely with Julia on this. I don't know how to
Wait, hold on. You're sounding
but
pretty bad right now
Yeah,
give
you're
too.
breaking up. Hold on.
Yeah, maybe give it a
yeah,
second.
I'm
And
sorry.
your picture was really
Is
bad
it
too. You're
better?
probably just like switching cell antennas or something.
Is
You're
it better
probably
now?
good. You I can see you better, so you're
Yeah,
probably
you're
good.
good now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was saying that I don't know how to rate this book. I just finished it, so it's like totally fresh in my mind. I don't know how to rate it because, like, do I give it 5 stars? Because he really did give a good account of what it was like to be in this situation. And like to Julia's point, where it fell flat, I think in the introduction they already addressed this because he said that he is not eloquent in like writing and whatnot, but he just wrote it as he would to a family member, and that's why it's kind of flat. But to me, I think that tone was quite suitable for the story because had he included like flowery language, it would have been so stupid because this is at the end of the day something so dire. So I guess language here was not a focal point. Um, so yeah, like I don't know. My gosh, I this book actually did give me a headache because I don't like war. Also, like I think it's just so stupid. Like the people at the top make all these decisions, and the people at the bottom are the ones who have to pay for it. And now that I'm a mom, I just can't even imagine how mothers back in the day would even send their kids out to war. It's like heartbreaking. Like you lose your kid, right? Like you spend so much time and energy and money trying to raise them, and then at the end of the day, you get what, a flag for it, a medal? What's the point? It's just really sad.
And they
I
don't
mean,
even
I'm
come
glad
back
he
the same.
survived the war. That's true. Even if you survive, like you're so messed up in the head by what you've seen and what you've done and what people had done to you. Like you're not the same. So like war is, I don't know. Like I could go on and on, but I just can't. Like it's so sad. But at the same time, like, do I give it 1 star? Because like I don't like it either. I hated the story, but it's an account of true events. So like I can't be biased about it and give it 1 star. So I don't know how I feel about this book. Like reading about like what Julia just quoted, him peeing in their mouths, cutting out the gold teeth, the mutilated bodies. Like I can't even fathom that level of inhumanness. Like how do you debase others and yourselves to that extent? It's just I feel I think I'm shaking because like I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just I can't. It
Yeah.
was a lot.
I
Like
was.
I'm glad he survived it, and he
Yeah.
he kept saying that like he kept hearing a voice and he thought that that was God saying that he was going to survive it. Good for him. But like the other people around, like it's so sad. I think they even said that this the first war was pointless, right? Like it did not even
Mhm.
need to happen. Like what was even the point of it? Like what was even the point of the entire war? That's one aspect of it. But then again, we are living here and now because these people made those sacrifices back in the day. So like I get Julia's point where certain people went out to war because they wanted to feel all macho and like live out their weird fantasies or whatever, but at the end of the day there were still people who
That's true.
genuinely wanted to fight for their families and their
Yeah.
countries. So like we have the freedom now to sit here and like discuss this because of the sacrifices they made. So I respect that and I admire that. Like thank you to all of them for the greatest sacrifice that they could ever make. But I don't know how I feel about the book. I'm just so heartbroken actually. So that's where I'm at. That's it.
I agree with Manel. I want to say I do respect the people that went out there for like, and I understand that moment in time when this was happening, like, even now, right? Like you're fighting for your country, you're an American. Like I get that and I understand that. And I just want to like, for whatever reason, if people read this, I'm not saying I don't respect people who do like enlist for the army or the Marines. Like that's your thing. And if you feel like you're protecting our country in that way, like I totally understand. But yes, I do think there are also really fucked up people in the army and the Marines that go there because they're fucked up people. And I think the ratio might be a little bit skewed. Um, so yeah, yeah, that's all. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Don't want to feel like too much of a jerk. Manel, are you still there? I
Yeah.
just want to make sure you can hear. Because like I don't know if you like accidentally hung up. Oh, okay, okay. I think you just clicked off into another app, probably, but I just wanted to make sure you're good. Okay. So, I do not like the subject of war at all. It freaks me out. I think it freaks me out in a way that you guys can't understand because I spent more than half my life afraid that it would happen to me. And you guys
Yeah.
kind of had the luxury of not having that fear, but that fear was always very, very heavy in me growing up. And especially right when I started getting into like 17, 18 realm, and for the next decade of my life, it was really, really scary because it just I terrifies me. This book, I think this book is like pretty astounding. I think it's amazing. I don't know how much I like it, but like it's like what I kept thinking throughout this book was like the other memoirs we've read. Like I guess this memoir started when he was in boot camp, and it ended basically when the nuke dropped, and that is exactly what we wanted to hear. And that amount, with really no fluff, took 13 hours. And I think I have a feeling that with like a lot of other memoirs, it's like say like the Britney Spears one, like the really juicy stuff could probably be spoken in maybe like 30 pages, but you can't sell a book for 30 pages, so we like end up hearing like a lot more. This was like exactly what it's supposed to be. It's like it was this whole account from boot camp to Hiroshima, and yeah, I think like this is I think to me what a memoir is like supposed to be like it's like a recounting of events that are like worth accounting again, I guess. But I have a feeling that a lot of memoirs end up having to do the fluff because you can't like the few things that happen in Britney Spears' life that were like really interesting, like I think it should be told, but like you have to like wrap it in a package that's just bigger, and it ends up being kind of like odd. But this was completely packed. If anything, at first I thought that maybe it was a little odd that they were starting him in like boot camp, but I'm kind of glad it did because then you kind of see how the fact that he like as brutal as boot camp can be, from what I always hear from peers and stuff. It like saved a lot of those guys' life, and then as like the noobs started coming in as they were like rushing boot camp because they like needed more boots on the ground, those guys like sucked at their job and they were basically like killing themselves and killing others. So that's kind of crazy. So I guess it was good we started with that account. So yeah, everything that happened was awful. It made me feel a lot of things too. Um, yeah, I think also just being like more of like an old man now, it made me feel just very happy that we won that war. We could have not won that war, and then we would be in Germany right now, which is a crazy thought. Um, but winning that war was horrible. I mean, it like took all of that debauchery. It took all of that like I just it's crazy that this is like how we make like the biggest decisions in the world between countries. Man, yeah, it's crazy. It made me feel like gross and in awe the whole time I was reading for the most part. Uh, but but I do think it's incredible. I'm gonna give it 5 stars because I feel like I need to. Like the idea that this dude went through that stuff, and I really do believe every word of it. I believe, and for it to be, because like I would get that sense also from at least like we've only read like what 2 other memoirs or maybe 3. I don't know, but like that a lot of embellishments were made because in my mind I'm like, there's no way you were taking notes during this part of your life. Like you're telling us about when you went to the grocery store when you were 10 with your mom. There's no way that like and you're putting quotes as though like you know what I mean? But we know this guy actually took journals. I believe like if he's a journal taking man, I believe you would be taking accurate journals every single day when you're going through that hell because there's just a lot of shit happening. So like it all like makes sense. And the fact that he did that and had the courage to write it afterwards, because like coming out of that, this must have been a really, really difficult book to read. To write, because he would have to like pour over these thoughts over and over and over again, and as he like wrote it and edited it, and you know what I mean. Like, yeah, it's just I understand why it has such a good score, and it is a really really good memoir. But it made me feel pretty gross, and super happy that I never had to go in myself because, well, it's fun. An interesting thing too, and I mean, I guess we all like know this, but at no point did he ever like describe anyone's survival based off of their like heroics or braveness. It was all just math, right? Like it was just like the probability that you die or not die, that the bullets go past your head and into the head of someone else versus
Yeah.
going through your skull, which is crazy. That it's just like there's you can stick to your unit, you can do what you're told, but a lot of those people just died doing what they were told to, and this guy was lucky, uh, which is pretty crazy.
Or
Um,
you fall asleep and you get killed.
yeah, yeah. Anything could possibly get you killed. It was interesting. I didn't really know that they had that the Marines. I would imagine a lot of armed forces people like have this like thought of like where they really really try and go get their dead so that they can like at least cover them and then give them a proper burial. It was crazy when like the mortar fire was so intense that they couldn't even go and like grab their dead after all. I mean afterward. And also,
Yeah.
I think like is for like us living like 60 years later, Jesus, longer than 60 years later. Yeah, even long, even more than that. Like we think about it's very easy to like trivialize and like now we can like overthink like what happened with Japan and like the nukes and stuff. But like if I were these people in charge and I was seeing how fierce these Japanese were fighting and how like ruthless they were, because it's crazy how ruthless the Japanese were already. And I think that that was
Yeah.
probably a good reason why a lot of the well, not maybe like it was definitely why a lot of the Americans were becoming so screwed up and callous too, because they were like just seeing this like such crazy it like I think that if I was a general back then, I would have known or believed that the only way Japan was going to surrender is if we go and conquer every single city in the entire country. And like all of them would have died trying to like the last man because that's like just like that's just how that was just their style, which is like impressive
Mhm.
and crazy and horrifying. And it's so weird to think that if we did that, we would have killed more people than we did dropping those nukes. Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
we would have killed more Americans and Japanese going and exterminating every single city. Crazy, crazy. Um, yeah, it was awful. The guy that I hated the most was Mac, the officer. That was the guy that was like peeing in the guys' mouths. I hated that guy so
Yeah.
much. Um, it is creepy how like I think that with the hellish landscape these guys were in, I think normal guys would have started like cutting dudes open and like ripping out their teeth. And I don't really know, like I don't pretend to like be on a really like moral high ground because I just really don't understand what it means to be there. Do you know what I mean? Where you're smelling bodies every day, where you're killing people every day, you have hundreds of friends dying around you every day. I just don't really know. But then you got the
Mhm.
people that were like already psychos here and they go over there and then it's like a playground. That's like a crazy concept. And it's interesting at the same time because like maybe you want those guys on your side because maybe they'll win the war for you too, which is scary as well. Because I think that I would be a pansy and I would have died right away. Although I don't even think that that's true. It's probably not a matter of. I would have followed the rules pretty well, so I probably would have had the same chance of living as anyone else. So it probably was just math. But in my mind, I would have like died very very quickly because I can't like imagine doing any of that stuff. But dang. So yeah, dang. I feel my voice getting shaky too. This book was intense. Am I glad I read it? Yeah, I'm glad I read it, but it made me feel gross through and through. Yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna give it 5 because I think it deserves it. But we'll never read again. That's for darn sure. uh, yeah, crazy.
Okay, guys, I need to hop
Yeah.
off, so I need to think about what I'll be rating this. But to sum up, I think what you just said, I feel gross and in awe. That's how I feel.
Gross and in
Yeah.
awe is a good combo. Yeah, I think
It just didn't.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Agreed.
you,
Like yeah. But no,
Oh yeah,
you're
go
going
ahead,
next.
go ahead. Yeah, if you gotta go, just go. Cool. Alrighty. Oh. Oh no, it's your turn. Do you have a book yet? Is
Is
it
it
your
my turn?
turn?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I know. I didn't even like.
Okay, I want to
You don't have
the
to tell me right
compound.
now. If you gotta like down to a few and you need to decide, that's cool too.
No,
Oh, okay.
Damn, I do have a lot. It's okay. I want to read the compound.
Good reads. Let me make sure I have it right. I'll probably. What time is it? Yeah, I'll probably just download it right now. The Compound by Aisling Roll.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's 4 books called The Compound.
Wait, it has like a cover where it's like
A pool with a chick in it and like a
yes,
dude lounging back. Okay, got it.
yes.
Yeah, I guess that would be like a fairly common name. All right, cool. I hope your drive isn't too awful. I'm sorry you're there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, later.
Talk to you soon. Bye.